will get into game number 3. So hold on just a second, and we're going to reset the stream, and we'll be right back. All right, I guess we're back then. I guess we're back that quickly. So hopefully everyone is able to refresh the stream and is all good. And we can get these guys joined on up and back into it. Hopefully the quality's a little bit better there. You gotta love when default quality options get you Jaegers. They put you down to the lowest of the low, and you have to manually change it. They can't give you the best quality right away.
I mean, also you can't always rely on machines.
That's true.
That's why they haven't taken over yet.
Yet. That's the key word, I think. But here we go into game number 3 here. Pineapples versus Vortex. We saw Vortex win game number 1. And Pineapples bounce back with a 4-2 win in game number 2. And now as we head deeper into this best of 5, we're really going to see what these two teams are made of with this series at 1 apiece. As Nubs trying to find a 50. A demo comes through from Valence, who's looking to take this one down the pitch, trying to find a touch. He's shooting it towards the net, but Cram's going to make the save. And, Jaegers, you can always count on a man like Valence to put some banger shots towards net when you don't expect him. He's just so mechanical.
Absolutely. He's very mechanical, and if you blink, he could hit a double tap on you. That's how speedy the man is. With a nice shot, unfortunately for him, didn't go in. But, man, oh man, whenever he's on, he's on.
He definitely is, and there's a reason why he was ranked so highly last season from his peers and from other teams. They ranked him up there at 4, and he's definitely a top caliber player. And there's a reason he went number 1 overall. Back to the Pineapples. He's trying to make something happen here on the wall. As Vorse looking to take it out, he's gonna get it by second one as he's chasing down the field. Gonna try to find a 50. He sets it up, but Valence is back. No. An awkward double commit though as Krippus get to bail out his team, and he does for the moment. As it's sent back in, and this one looking a lot different from the last game, Jaegers. I think the pressure may be on as we have a scoreless ball game as we're about 2 minutes in.
Yeah, no, this is the first time we haven't had a goal in the first 20 seconds, Austin. And you know what? It's kind of refreshing. Like a bit of a defensive battle as that ball goes barely off the crossbar. Young Nettie able to make it back, though. But game 3, I realize both teams are starting to realize the severity of the situation as they realize if they lose this one, they're 1 game away from losing the series. And teams are being more conservative as a result.
Boys, here comes a nice touch. 2 defenders go up. Here comes Valence off the backboard. But again, of course, it would help his team out and find that clear. So another shot comes through, but Cram picking up a savior medal. This one's sent out. Looking to be blocked across here. And young Nettie on the dribble, going to get it by 2 there. He's trying to set up his teammate. Here comes Nettie again. Dropping it down. Here comes Vorse. And what a play.
Oh my goodness, young Nettie does it once again. He's going to go low on Nubs and just get the nice little touch pass to Vorse lurking in the middle. And they had to work for that goal, Austin.
Yeah, they really did, and it's well-deserved, that is for sure. As young Nettie continuing to pop off in this series and really getting his name out there. I know last season he was trying to get on some teams, and he stuck around in the league, so we appreciate that. And he's finding himself in a great position here, putting on a show on stream as Cram. Looking to drop it down, but Vorse overcommits a little bit too far. It's off the post. Here comes Nubs, though. He finishes it off, and the Pineapples tie it up.
And Valence was downfield in an awkward spot. Couldn't make a play on that bounce. And Nubs, the beneficiary of a lucky bounce, is going to be lurking in the middle and just puts that one in the back of the net for a tie game.
Here we go. Pineapples going to try to find this one again and see if they can take back the lead. They've been able to battle back from momentum in the past, and love to see Jaegers if they can do it here as we're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty as an open net comes through. Nubs, he can't turn it on, though. Just not enough speed to turn it through.
Absolutely. And those shots are really hard whenever you're trying to turn it, and you just can't get the angle. Like, there's really not much you can do with those shots.
Boys, here comes a shot. That one blocked away, though, as it's popped up high. Valence looking to stay with it. Young Netty almost able to drop that one down. Here comes Cram for the shot, and the tempo from Netty opens up the net for Cram.
That's just an awkward situation for Crip there. Double jumps, but doesn't read off the backboard. However, Cram reads it and puts it in the back of the net, and they get back in the lead as quickly as the Pineapples tied it up.
And here we go. This ball dangerous in the midfield again, but it's cleared away as we're a minute remaining in game number 3. Valence looking mechanical. He can't quite put it on, but here comes a touch pass. Vorse able to clear it away for the moment. As Valence out in the midfield, this ball blocked up. As Nubs gonna find the touch. Valence on the dribble, might try to pass that across to Krippus, but gonna take it himself with no boost. Looking to find one touch, and final 30 seconds here. Jaegers, the Pineapples really starting to put on some offensive pressure, and they know they have to.
Oh yeah, I mean they're really speeding it up, throwing everyone at the ball. But I mean this Vortex team is just playing knockout defense. 5 saves in the game. Oh my goodness. What a save there by young Netty. It's possibly saving game 3. And the ball dangerous across the goal line. No one able to put in the back of the net. And the Vortex are just fighting off for a relentless effort from the Pineapples. And they're going to win game 3 as a result.
Oh my goodness, what a chaotic last couple of seconds there, Jaegers. As I thought for sure when that ball came across in like 8 seconds, there's going to be someone to bang it in, but no one to be found in Vortex. They hold on and they survive, and they put themselves back out in front in this series. And wow, what a gritty win there, Jaegers. Now on match point.
Oh my goodness, a lower scoring game than all the other games, but possibly the most entertaining as it was very back and forth, and amazing defense by both teams in that one.
Yeah, definitely so. And now as we're going to be heading into game number 4, it's crucial here because this is do or die for the Pineapples, trying to stay undefeated on the young season. You always want to start that season undefeated, keep the hopes alive just a little bit. And this game 4 is going to be crucial for them to battle back and see if they can force the first game 5 of the stream.
Absolutely, and if they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it on Forbidden Temple, who rumors say the ball bounces a little bit differently on this field. I'm not sure how true it is, but
I think it's true. I think it's been confirmed, Jaegers, that it does actually, but just slightly faster in the corners apparently.
Oh my goodness! Well, why is it still in the rotation?
Well, everyone has to deal with it, Jaegers. Everyone has to deal with the Forbidden Temple. We can't get rid of Forbidden Temple, Jaegers. It's a Nemesis staple.
It's too iconic, I guess. As Nubs is gonna put one on target, but it's gonna be cleared away, and just a really back and forth game so far in game 4.
Yeah, both these teams trying to feel each other out. As Cram going to find a nice pass to Vorse, who's looking to take it down on the dribble. As Cram out in the midfield again, but it's right to Krippus. Dangerous, but young Netty, the save on the goal line is here comes Nubs for the shot again. Another save, a defensive masterclass from young Netty.
Unfortunately, I don't think that one registered, but that was going in. That was a beautiful series of saves, and Pineapples really have their work cut out on this one.
They really do. As Vortex, they've been so good so far. As this one blocked up by Vorse, he has an opportunity to shoot on net. He's going to take the dribble instead, try to flick it by. As it's popped up, Cram just right to Valence. Bops to take control as Ned can throw back in. Here goes Vorse off the corner. A bump attempt comes out. It comes through, but Krippus able to get back in time. As this one is out to Valence, he just got to put it on Ned. Vorse, can he get to it? No. Valence puts it home, and the Pineapples are going to take the lead in game 4.
No, that ball was hovering near the crossbar, Austin, but Valence did what he had to do to get it by Vorse and put his team in the lead in this crucial game 4.
Here we go. Can the Vortex squad bounce back? The Pineapples have been great, but Vortex, they've seen been better here. These teams going back and forth. Now we got 1 minute remain, or excuse me, 3 minutes remaining. 1-0 on the scoreboard. It's Cram gonna set this one down. Valence gonna pop it up. This one's sent across. And you know, Jaegers, as we get into this game here, you know, now the Pineapples find themselves in the lead. I'm curious, you know, if you were a player on one of these teams, what kind of strategy would you be employing here right now? You're down in the series, need to force a game 5, but you're up 1-0 in this game. Are you playing aggressive or are you trying to play defensive here?
I'm sure I'm not playing defensive. Oh my goodness, the Vorse gets a nutty save there. But Austin, you can't play defensive, especially with 2 minutes left. You need to take your shots where they come. As Cram gets a nice, beautiful save there. But Austin, yeah, you need to get as many goals as possible. Steal the momentum away, but don't push your third man too far up, because then you get a stupid counterattack goal.
True. Is here comes Krippus trying to put it off the back for the Pineapples. We saw that pressure, and they're trying to do it again as Nub sends it in the corner. Gonna try to read it. He can't find the touch though. Double commit from Vortex, but it's sent out Vorse. Able to pop it up high. Cram. Vorse now off the backboard. He sent it in the middle. Valence, he's gonna clear it away, and Young Netty just out of position. The counterattack comes through, and the Pineapples take a 2-0 lead.
Well, Austin, I did just say the Pineapples can't send people up, and I guess Vortex forgot that was the same for them too, as Pineapples are just going to put it a little too far down the field, and Young Netty was not able to get back in time for it.
Not quite able to, and that one is going to hurt Vortex here for sure a little bit as they find themselves down. Now 3-0 Nubs with a nice shot coming through. Pineapples, they're feeling it. This is what you're talking about, Jaegers. Just put it all on them.
What a nice play from Krippus to Nubs with the teardrop shot. And with 1 minute left, it's looking more and more likely that we are going to our first Game 5 of the season.
We'll have to see here as this ball popped up, and actually quite won't be the first Game 5 of the season here, but first Game 5 of the night, or first Game 5 of SNRL. So I still count it. I still count it though. I still count it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Austin, you confused me quite a bit there.
I did. Oh my goodness. Not confused is Young Netty and Cram, who find a beautiful passing play to cut the deficit to 2.
What a nice snipe by Young Netty, just going to doink it past the defense, 78 miles an hour shot. And the dream is still alive for Vortex in this game 4, albeit bleak, but there's still a possibility. Winnable, as they say.
It is a winnable here, but can they do it? They're going to find 2 goals in 45 seconds here as they're sending it down. Cram looking to give chase off the backboard. Nice little play infield, but Valence just looking for that 50 as he's going to set it up there. It's going to be sent away down 30 seconds now. Vortex, they've got to get going. Vorse, he's going to go under 1, trying to get it over a second. Valence is up with him, and that was a risky challenge, but it's going to pay off there. It's sent back in the midfield. Ned going to find it, and Cram trying to clear it away, but the defender, the offender, was nowhere to be found there. This one's set up. Cram's trying to make something happen, but with the time ticking away and this clear coming down, that is going to do it here. Unless we see some miracle play here in the last seconds, but we will not. And we are going to have a game number 5 here because the Pineapples forcing it, and we've got it happening.
Game 5 alert in the news, Misk. I'm ready, Austin, and you know it's not a 3-1. Like I said, it's not a sweep. But I think I still have the Pineapples in this one. As well as Vortex is playing, I think the pressure from the Pineapples is going to win out.
Really, the Pineapples, they're starting to find that pressure. And I think, you know, Jaegers, once it's obviously very early on in the season, so these teams are still trying to, you know, figure each other out. But you know, Valence knows that Pineapples office, and I'm sure he's drilling it in their heads, Jaegers. Like, we got to be aggressive. We got to get shots. We got to get some offense because that's how he plays. He is so aggressive. And, you know, I think they may be starting to find it, but, you know, will they be able to keep it up in one more game? That is the big question.
And Vortex, with how well they're playing on defense and how well they're capitalizing on Pineapple's mistakes, I could see it going either way. but just based on pressure alone, I see Pineapples taking this one.
Well, here we go, folks. Pineapples forced to game 5. Vortex are looking for their first win of the season. The Pineapples looking to go 2-0. Who will take this one? Got things going here on Champions Field. There's a shot coming through, double commit, but Vortex able to clear it away and get it out as here comes Vorce. He's on the dribble, flicking it by one, but Nubs is there, able to get around one. Cram, he's diving in, but Nubs, he beats him out there, and this net is open, but he pinches it the wrong way, and that's going to allow Vortex some time to get back, and that one, a huge, unfortunate mistake there, Jaegers. That was almost surely a goal.
That would have been nutty, but you know, that's why their highlight play is awesome, because of how few they happen. And young Nettie on the verge of one, not quite able to make it happen. And Vortex on the attack as a result of it.
Here comes young Nettie. He's been the star of the series so far. He's trying to find another highlight play as he passed it down, but that ball calmly cleared away as here comes Nubs for the redirect towards the net. But young Nettie gonna send it down. Valence back up Vorce off the wall. I'd have been looking for Ned, who he'd been trying to find a demo through there. And that could possibly be a key here, Jaegers. Find some demos. You really got to open up your space and try to take this first goal. It's so crucial in the deciding game.
Absolutely, Austin. I know how much you love your demos. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a huge fan of demos myself, but I have seen the benefits of them. And I haven't seen a lot of demos this series, Austin. I'm not going to lie to you. As Krippus, oh my goodness, had it open net, but barely off the side of it. And Pineapples, if they're going to win this series, if they're going to win this game, they need to hit those.
Oh my goodness, that is heartbreaking as the net was open. Here comes a shot, Nubs. He makes the save though, and he clears it away, and Krippus may be seeing that one as nightmares if Pineapples are not able to clutch this series up. As young Nettie is going to get dunked out by Nubs, who's looking to give chase. But Vorce, he's beat out there. This ball's popped up. Valence trying to pinch it down. A nice pinch, but it's blocked away again. Of course, some great defense to get back, and Cram, no boost. Ned trying to help him out. This one's sent across, and we're approaching the halfway point. Jaegers' scoreline may be 0-0, but we have had some intense Game 5 Rocket League here.
Absolutely. We've had a bunch of near goals left and right, and both teams doing well to clear the ball away, and awesome. This one's going to boil down to the last minute. I can feel it now.
And it may just boil down to not only the last minute, but one mistake. And whoever can stay clean and stay composed may be able to take this one as a huge bump comes through. Young Nettie, though, he's patient. He gets it over Valence, but not quite on target as he's trying to pop it up. Valence with nice clear Nubs, and Krippus are up. Gonna leave it for Krippus, but not this time as Vorce. He's able to take it up the sidewall. He's got an opportunity. His teammate is free, jumping across. Vorce trying to take it himself, but it's cleared away, and now Cram is going to put it on net. Oh my goodness, Valence with the save on the goal line.
And oh my goodness, a nutty shot saved by an even nuttier clear. Austin, I don't know how Valence got up for that one.
That was very impressive from Valence. He is used to making those type of saves. He makes another one here in Game 5, and this ball sent back into Vortex trying to find it. Is this ball dangerous? It's off the backboard. Opportunity here. Can they put it in Valence? He is going to find the clear. Is Vortex really putting on the pressure? Here comes Vorce. He is up. Can he find another? Not quite. And Jaegers, here we are now to the final minute. Just like you said, it is going to come down to the final minute, maybe even overtime. The 60 seconds remaining, still tied at 0.
It's very impressive, like how the first few games were like just scoring fests. But really, in this one, we're at 0-0 with 45 seconds left. Barring a few missed shots, missed opportunities, this has been an excellent defensive display by both teams as young Nettie tries to get the shot on target, but Valence makes it back in time just a little bit quicker. And with 28 seconds left, they pull out the passing play, put the shot on target, and Kripp could have hit the game winner right there.
Oh my goodness, Krippus from Nubs. He may have redeemed himself here. He may have missed the open net, Jaegers, but he was playing for content. He puts it right in the top there. And now, with 25 seconds left, does Vortex have a comeback in their story? Here comes Vorce, a backflip comes out from Valence, but it's cleared away. Here comes Valence. He pops it up. It's dangerous in the midfield, but Nub's going to clear it. 2 players on Valence, just diving at that one, trying to get this one out of their zone. As War's popping it up, he's by 1. Nubs is up. They're by 2. It's just Valence. Can he hold on here? Valence for the save. He clears it away. Can they hold on, though? It's still up. The Pineapples clear it away, and it's going to touch the ground. The Pineapples hold on, and they survive in a Game 5 thriller.
What a game by both teams. And I'm not going to lie, that ball touching the ground there was a little suspect. But really, Austin, I am elated to have casted a really back and forth series with you, and it was a good one.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, what a performance. The Pineapples, they battled back. Vortex, they gave them their best shot. Young Nettie and the team played great, but the Pineapples just too much to handle. Crippus, Nub, and Valence just, they played well there. And, I mean, impressive performance for sure. And they're going to take the 2-0 lead. And, maybe Jaegers, you said maybe they got to switch up and get a 3rd place. Maybe they're looking for, not a 2nd place, not a 3rd place, but maybe looking for that 1st place this season. And a win right here could go a long way to, send them on the right track.
Absolutely. And, I mean, Vortex, they may be 0-2, but there's plenty of season left to turn it around. And, not gonna lie, the way they were playing, I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to have to see what they're going to be doing as the season goes on. But we got to take a short break. Quick shout out to Ibonic for the 6-month resub. Much appreciated from you. But we have another matchup coming our way. And we have Arrival taking on Lightspeed. Another banger coming at you guys. Appreciate you casting with me, Jaegers. We got to head to the next one. So thank you all for watching this matchup. But stick right around. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. We have Arrival taking on Lightspeed. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Stars, we're dancing. Started to fall, and where were you? How could I know you were falling too? Grabbing the wind, cutting my skin, but it's hard because I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for our second match of the night. We're moving into the rival league. We have Lightspeed versus a rival. Your boy Psychonautic back in the booth, ready to bring you some sweet play-by-play action here in season number 7. And I'm so excited to be here on Saturday Night Rocket League with the one and only Rocker Man sharing the booth. How you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing great, Psycho. We just had an insane first matchup there with Pineapples and Vortex, all the way to Game 5 in the Rival League, and we got another one in the Rival League with the new scheduling system, so teams can flex to SNRL this time. So we got another Rival League battle here, and I'm super excited to see how it's going to go.
I am as well, and I mean, it looks like everybody's in the lobby, so we can get things started up if you want. But I do want to hear a caster prediction from you. Are we going to get the bias? You know, are your boys from a rival here going to win, or you think Lightspeed's going to be able to take them out?
Yeah, we got to get the full disclosure here, Psycho. I am the GM of the Evolution org, so I on the inside, I'm pulling for Rival. Hopefully, they can pull it out here. I know that Lightspeed, they are going to be missing Green Glow, who's suspended at the beginning of the season here. He's been one of their best players, and I'm not sure, Psycho. I would love to see a rival, but I'm a little bit concerned about them. With the way things went on Monday, they got swept by Hydra. I do think they take it though, but I think Lightspeed's going to put up a good challenge.
We do make quite a few good points there. Lightspeed, missing Gringlo, I think that's going to be a big thorn in their side, a big problem for them. But they got Polished Sign on the field. They've got Casp on the field. I think that they're going to be doing just fine. So far, they seem to be doing just fine, holding up against a rival here, keeping a rival's offensive not too strong, killing it pretty quick. Foam getting it through, as I say, and Samin going to take that one into the back of the net and get the first goal here tonight. A rival taking the lead.
Yeah, Case, the Nemesis veteran, they're not quite able to find the 50 in Samin. He's actually a recent pickup here for the Arrival squad, and he's performed well. Wasn't drafted on the team, but he was available, and we decided to pick him up here and doing well so far. And it was a great play there, Psycho. We'll see if they can keep it up.
See if they can indeed. Case taking the shot, but it's going to get batted away. Casper in his own backfield can't get it through as Chipmunk takes it away from him. Chipmunk putting it on. Foam getting the bump on Polished Sign. But Samin's touch going to be sending it all the way back to his own goal. Case going to take credit for that one.
Yeah, just a nice 50 there from Case, and just goes all the way back. A rival caught out of rotation. That can happen a lot of times at the beginning of the season, Psycho. I mentioned it on the last match, but a lot of times these guys are trying to find their footing with their teams. They've really only played one series. Now it's their second one here on SNRL. So a lot of times try to find what's working for the team, and see if you can find some chemistry.
Yeah, and it's still certainly early in the league. Some of these guys, I know they've probably played together. Even I'm sure some of these guys that are playing against each other have played together and otherwise, but it is early in the league, and I think both of these teams, from what I'm seeing so far, I think they're going to have a lot of potential and be a really heavy hitter midway through and later into the season. But right now, both these teams seem to be taking it slow. 1-1 is the score line at 2:55 left on the clock. Both teams just kind of taking things a little bit easy, trying to get it through the midfield while keeping control. Chipmunk, man, with the 50 there, out to the middle. Case going to put one on net, but Foam is back to make the touch. Foam sends it through the corner, up to touch again, but Casper sends it away, clears the ball out. Casper with a second touch. Is he there to follow? He can't beat Samin back to it. Samin with the touch up to the wall, gonna get cleared out. Case missing his touch in the corner. Polished Sign goes up to the 50. Case trying to take it. Foam gonna take it away from him. Foam trying to follow, but Casper gonna beat him to it. Casper having the 50 with Samin off the backboard of Lightspeed, and Samin's there, takes the shot, but Polished Sign with the big save. Foam coming off of the ceiling, doesn't get the touch he's looking for. 2 minutes left on the clock now, Rocker Man, and Arrival just showing some good offense right there, if I do say so.
Yeah, they almost were able to put it in. Here comes Foam. He drops it down. It's open there for Chipmunk, man. He's got the speed, and there's the offense you're talking about, Psycho. They finally get one there. Foam just able to beat two defenders, not communicating, and a nice little pass down. Chipmunk, he throws it home, and Arrival retaking that lead.
Fantastic setup from Foam there, and the good cleanup from Chip. You'll love to see it. Arrival now in the lead. 1:48 left on the clock. Foam trying to get something else going. Polished Sign takes it away from him. Chipmunk getting it through one defender, and it goes just a little too high. Casper getting the soft touch and around Foam. Samin putting it off the backboard. Polished Sign takes it away from him. Foam keeping the pressure alive, sends it across to the other side. Casper bouncing off the backboard, and the double commit from Arrival. Polished Sign might have something here, but Foam 50's with him. Polished to stick off the ceiling down. The ball gets cleared out. Arrival alleviating the pressure. Case can't follow it as he's going to get demolished. Chip up to follow his touch, gets the flip reset, but gets dunked immediately by Sign. Samin missing his touch. Casper almost having a look. Foam up Sends it down to the corner. Samin trying to get it out, but Polisson keeps Lightspeed's pressure up. And Foam is going to clear it away. Less than a minute now left on the clock. And Arrival still got the lead, but Lightspeed, I don't know, Rocker Man, Casper trying to get something going. I think even in these 30 seconds, they might have a chance.
Yeah, they put on a lot of pressure in the last 30 seconds or so as a miss comes through, but they might have a counterattack right here. If they can put it on, they can't find the touch, though, and the time ticking away for them to try to get one.
Only 15 seconds. In fact, Case not able to get it through the two defenders. The ball gets pinched all the way back into the corner. Polisson making one last run at an offense here, trying to get it through Foam. Casper might have sent it down, and yes, it's going to touch Arrival as your winners for game number 1 in this best-of-5 series.
Yeah, what a game from Arrival there. It wasn't necessarily pretty, Psycho. You know, there were some struggling moments, and Lightspeed, they almost were able to capitalize on a few of them, but Arrival, they held strong, held on to that advantage, and they were able to squeak away with a win. But yeah, Lightspeed played good, and you see Chipmunk Man and Case, two of the top 3 scorers all time in Nemesis, or actually, excuse me, top 4. Chipmunk at number 3, and Case at number 4 all time in Nemesis goals. So they've got some veterans on their team, and now as we head into game 2, I'll have to see if that veteran presence, on these teams, with all these people pretty much, with the exception of Samin, have been in Nemesis, so they've got this experience, and Lightspeed's going to have to see if they can draw from it to try to tie the series up.
And I'm definitely interested to see how Lightspeed do change things up moving here into game number 2, as they are now down by 1 in the series. And the kickoff going to go to Samin and Polisson in favor of Lightspeed. Case getting a shot on net immediately, but Chipmunk able to make that stop. Foam out of the corner, sticks with the ball. Case giving him some grief. Samin's up off the backboard, gets the clearing touch. Casper going to keep pressure alive. Case getting the shot past the defender and starting out. Looks like we're going to see a different Lightspeed.
Yeah, and this is what we're talking about here. And okay, I'm sorry if I'm Foam. There's not much you can do there, Psycho. 2 defenders are jumping from different angles, but Case, he is a shooter. I mentioned it, number 4 all time in Nemesis history in goals. So this man can score, and he can score at will if you give him the opportunity. And he puts one in there and gives his team a good opportunity here. And speaking of good opportunity, Foam comes right back and ties it up just like that.
And Foam does exactly what you described with Case. If you give him a chance to score, he will in fact score. Foam also, maybe not one of the top scorers, but a Nemesis OG, been around for a while and definitely made a name for himself, has earned the respect that he has here inside the league. And he was able to show us right there why he is that way with that goal to high up the scoreline. Chipmunk gonna pass it out, leave it for him. Gets touched by Polisson, away from him. Chip trying to get control back over the ball. Gets sent away. Foam up. Gets the touch there for the double. He's gonna get it, and he styles all over Lightspeed, taking the lead for Arrival again.
Yeah, Foam just sends it down in 2 Lightspeed defenders. It's eerily reminiscent of that earlier pass that he had. This time, he beats the last 2 defenders and puts it on the net instead of passing it off. And a great read from Foam there. He's definitely going to be a player to watch out for in Rival League this season. He was the 2nd overall pick here for Arrival. As here comes a shot again. Casper almost able to find that one home, and Arrival a nice one there, and they're back out in front.
Yes, they certainly are. But Casper's trying to get something going to get that score line tied again. Casper, again from the backfield, sends it up to the mid. Samin trying to find Chipmunk in the corner. He finds him down to Foam with the shot, but Case stays strong in the goal, makes the save. Case in the corner trying to get it through Foam. He gets it. Chipmunk's there, immediately putting a shot on net. Casper up to make the save. Ball floats in the midfield. Foam gonna try and get control. Gets the 50 through 1. Polisson sends it over the top of Samin. Casper with the glancing touch. Foam trying to get it through the defenders. The ball gets cleared out. Chipmunk to take control in his defensive zone. Pops it up. Samin's there. The sidewall trying to get it out to the mid. Finding Foam, and with the shot, Arrival take a 2-point lead.
Yeah, this pass play just comes through, and Foam, he's screaming through, but Casper just side flips. I really expected that ball to be saved. It wasn't placed well by Foam, just right in the defender, but Casper just feels side flip, man, and Foam has a hat trick.
Sometimes when you shoot it right at them, it just, they think that you shot it not at them, so they need to get out of the way.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate, but it happens. Lightspeed still got 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. They only need 2 goals to tie this back up. So pretty much nothing in Rocket League sometimes. But Arrival's defense has been playing very well this evening. Case shots getting immediately dunked by Arrival's defense. Polished signs up, finds the second touch. Off the backboard, sends it down, but Chipmunk there to clear the ball away. Casper keeping the pressure up. Can't beat Foam to it. Foam gets it taken by Sign. Back down to Foam in the corner. Pops it up. Samin trying to help him out. Foam in front of the net, but Casper sends it away. Bouncing off the back of Case's car in the midfield. Samin with the back pass to Chipmunk. Sends it down. Polished by himself. Foam going for the dunk. Not able to find it. Sign to get it through one of the defenders. Samin in the midfield to Casper. Excuse me. Chipmunk, man, takes it up the sidewall. A minute 30 left on the clock. Chipmunk trying to find Foam, but can't. Samin there to the corner, sends it out to the mid. Foam is there, and he gets it through 2 defenders, extending Arrival's lead by now 3.
Yeah, and that's just a great touch by Samin, and Foam, he pretty much just says throw that anywhere on net as Casper. He's just panicking backwards. Foam just puts it right on him, and Casper, he can't quite make the save. So nice little play there from Arrival, and they've got themselves the lead. And Psycho, now Lightspeed, it's getting into dangerous territory here. They're down in this game, and they lost the first game, so they've really got to start to try to find some momentum to regroup themselves, because Arrival's really had their way in this one. And I'd love to see some demos and try to get these guys out of rotation, because it seems like Arrival, that's the one thing they've struggled on here. They may be leading here and have 4 goals, but the rotations haven't been the best here. And if you get a demo, you can get them out of rotation. I think that's how Lightspeed is able to get back in them and get back in it and give themselves a shot here, as it looks like they're gonna have to try to regroup, as 3 goals in 40 seconds is gonna be tough to climb in one game.
It will be tough, but Lightspeed is definitely trying. They have been very aggressive in the last 45 seconds or so, minute. Just taking shot after shot. They've barely let Arrival out of their defensive zone. They have not been able to find the back of the net a single time, but they turned up the ferocity. So hopefully moving into game number 3, right? Game number 3. Yeah. This is game 2. Moving into game number 3, I think Lightspeed, if they can keep the momentum that they had for this last minute and a half of this game, they might have a different outcome.
Yeah, definitely so, and see a demo come through, and we'll see. Like you said, they had the momentum for this latter half of this game number 2, and if they can keep that going into game 3, they can come out strong, get the first goal. I think that's the key here for Lightspeed, as now Arrival taking that 2-0 lead, but like I said, it wasn't perfect from Arrival. They are definitely beatable here, and Lightspeed, I think they've got a real shot here, Psycho. I will be surprised if they lay down and die in this next game. So expect Lightspeed to come out firing, trying to get that offense going early, and if they can do that, they'll set themselves up in great position here for game 3.
Yeah, I would anticipate Lightspeed's about to pull out all the stops. I'm sure Casp doesn't want to lose to Chipmunk, man, especially not in sweeping fashion. Anybody that doesn't know, they were former teammates, former champions in the rival league on Vortex. They won, I believe, season 5 was the season that they won.
Season 4 they won.
Season 4, okay.
It was Chipmunk, Bubs, and Casper took it home there, and it was an intense series. They took down Hydra, Psycho, who were crazy good. I believe 17-1 in the regular season. They took them down in the finals. So that was a team, and yeah, it's definitely kind of weird when you play against one of your former teammates in league play. Obviously Nemesis is a community and everyone loves each other, but there's still that rivalry when you guys are button heads, and you always want to beat your teammate, especially when it comes to SNRL.
Of course, and we'll see if Casper is able to turn things around. Him and Lightspeed here in game number 3. This is a do or die moment for them. Either mount up and start the reverse sweep or get swept is the situation that they're looking at. $sign in the midfield trying to find a teammate. Casp trying to put a long ball on. It's going to go wide. Foam going to get the touch, send it out. Foam 50s with Sign. Foam again with the touch, can't get it through Case. Chipmunk missing his touch. Case to stick with the ball. Samin gonna take it away from him, but gets demoed by Casper. Foam missing his touch, faking out Sign. Chipmunk got a free ball. He's up for the double. He's gonna find it, but it hits the crossbar and bounces out. Samin trying to send it down. Casper clears it away. Chipmunk with the shot straight into Sign. Sign gonna get the save. Samin not able to beat him to it. Case and Foam with the 50. Sign trying to clear it out. Foam dunks him. Foam following the ball but can't get the second touch. The ball's up dangerously in front of Lightspeed, but Samin misses his touch. Casper to get it out and is immediately demoed. Samin with the back pass to Foam. Foam following. Only got to beats one defender but gets blown away. Sign gets the clear out. And that was an onslaught of about a minute and a half from Arrival there, Rocker.
Yeah, and I was really surprised there, Psycho, that Arrival wasn't able to score, and there was just so many missed balls from both sides where everybody's just flying past. It was uncharacteristic. I think there was definitely a lot of nerves on both ends. Lightspeed knowing that they can try to tie this one, or try to tie the series back up. Try to get the first game in this series, and a nice little passing play like that is good to do. It's Sign off the backboard. Foam, it's just over him. Nothing he can do there. In Case, the shooter, he's going to shoot. And Lightspeed, after surviving the pressure, that's exactly what you got to do. Psycho, survive the pressure, score a goal.
And that's exactly what they did. One of the biggest moves that they've been able to make so far in this best of 5 series came right here, right now. 2 minutes in to game number 3. They take the first lead. I think, well, maybe not the first lead, but a crucial lead as they now control the pace of this match, and they need to win it to force a game 4 and then a game 5 to get the dub here tonight. Sign gonna 50 with Samin in the midfield. Case gets the touch but collides with his teammate. The ball gets left. Foam is there with it. Foam gets it past 2 defenders in the midfield, trying to get it past the third. Sign sends it out. Chipmunk only able to get a side touch. Casper takes it away from him. Casper trying to get something, but Foam bats it away into the corner. Case trying to get it through, but can't. Sign takes the shot, but gets blocked. Sign with the demo on Samin, leaving the ball for his teammate. Casper 50s with Foam. Samin makes it back, sends it up. Foam tries to get a shot on net, but it gets taken away. Sign with the awkward touch. Case with the clear, and we see Arrival again with an amazing push on the offense in their offensive zone, but unable to come away with a goal once again.
Yeah, and Arrival, they're leading the shot category. They've had a lot of offense, but not actually a lot of shots on net. They've only got 3, and maybe even more surprising, Lightspeed, they've only got 1 shot on net, but they've got 1 goal, and they are going to ride that down here, maybe even till the end. As Arrival, eventually, if you keep this pressure up, though, Lightspeed has been proven to crack, so in the final minute, we'll see if they can keep that pressure up, or if Lightspeed can maybe get another and add some cushion to their lead.
Case trying to catch the ball there, keep the offense going, but Foam in the midfield sends it towards the net. Sign having to make the save. He gets the carry and pinches it down. Casper not able to find the ball, but does find the demo on Samin. Sign leaving the clear to Case. Excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. Case sends it down. Casper with the shot. Polishine trying to clean it up, but it's also going to hit crossbar. Samin able to clear the ball out to the midfield. Casp puts it up. Case is there. His shot is not going to go. It rolls up. Samin gets the touch up to Foam. Foam keeping the ball going, but Polishine sends it away. Arrival still on the offense. Samin sends it out to the mid. No teammate there to try anything. Foam takes it away. Out to the mid. Samin with the shot, but he can't make it. Chipmunk is there to play third man and clean things up.
Oh my goodness! Now when I thought Lightspeed almost got out of it. There is they missed the open net, but they were nowhere to be found. And Chipmunk Man comes in out of nowhere, sniping the upper post. No doubts about that one, and he ties it up. But collapse from Lightspeed. I just want to say, Psycho, when you put on a lot of offense here, you can get caught out on the counterattack, and that seemed what happened to Lightspeed there, as they're trying to get one more, but we're gonna have overtime instead.
Yeah, it's certainly calamity when the counterattacks occur, and especially in the last 10 seconds. You had a win secured for about 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes of a game, and then stolen away from you. But hey, OT here in game number 3. You love to see it. Lightspeed is a do or die moment. Foam with the shot. Polishine gets a save, booms the clear away. Chipmunk putting it into his own corner. Samin is there trying to get control of the ball. Foam beats the defender. Foam up again, leaving the ball, going for the fake. Case gonna get the touch. Chipmunk to take it away from him. Out to the mid. Casper gets the touch. Samin clears the ball out. Samin to the mid. Foam is there. Gets it past one of the defenders. Casp gets the touch he needs to, but Foam's not done. He sends it down to Samin, but Casper's not done either, and he holds up on the defensive side of things, securing yet another save. And Samin with the shot, it's gonna bar down and in. Arrival securing the sweep here tonight. What a game.
Oh my goodness, and they took that one back to the brink of death in this game. Psycho scored with 10 seconds remaining to win in overtime. A beautiful shot there from Samin to finish it off. But I mean, what a performance from Arrival. I thought there were so many times that Lightspeed was just gonna pull it out on them. And you do have to give Lightspeed props. Don't quite have their starting lineup that they were looking for, but they really gave it a fight. And I think Psycho, especially here, like we mentioned, the second game of the season or second match of the season, that looked like they started to find something there towards the end, and maybe that's something they can build on as they head further on into league play.
Yeah, not only that, but as we mentioned in the beginning, I think once Glow is able to come back and play again, we're going to see a very, very different roster, a very different Lightspeed. As I'm sure most people are aware, Glow usually makes pretty big changes to any roster he gets on. So interested to see what Lightspeed can get going before he gets back, and then how they move forward once he gets back. But Arrival certainly putting on quite the show tonight. Big congrats to them on the sweep. Definitely feels good. Yeah, that was a good one. Not much to say. Not much else to say.
Yeah, it was a good series from Arrival, and we are gonna have to take a short break, Psycho. But next match, you'll see me there in that matchup. I'll be on the field with Jaegers, who we also saw earlier on the stream. So I'm excited to be here under the lights of SNRL, and yeah, should be a good matchup coming up next.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Challenger League, we're going to take a quick break when we get back. Going to the Challenger League, as Rockerman said, we've got pretty much the same matchup we had here, just down there, Motion versus Ascension. Thanks for joining me up in the booth here tonight, Rockerman, and good luck. And I can't wait to cast it. I hope you don't, choke.
I'll try not to choke. Just make sure to call out that I'm the Nemesis demo leader, the all-time demo leader. Just make sure we get that down there, and then
I hear you.
Put some pressure on me, all right? But yeah, it should be fun. Psycho, all jokes aside, I'm excited. It should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm excited as well, and I hope everybody at home is excited as well. Like I said, we're gonna take a quick little break here, go use the bathroom, get you some drink, get you some snackage, and we'll be back with our third and final match of the night here shortly.
and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me. Drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Can't get any closer. We can't get any closer. Try to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it. You had the world right at your feet. And almost is all we'll ever be. We can't get any Let me go. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any We couldn't get any closer.
started to fall, and where were you? How could I know you were falling too? Grabbing the wind, cutting my skin, but it's hard because I'm falling. Tell me why I'm falling. Oh, life's calling, but it's hard because I'm falling. Falling, falling, falling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for our third and final match of the night. Heading into the Challenger League, we have Motion versus Ascension. Your boy Psychonautic back in the booth, ready to bring you this sweet Rocket League action. And I'm joined by a very special guest here tonight, leader of the novice team, the Whelps, master class caster extraordinaire from TSL, Jeff Masters. Welcome, Jeff. How you doing?
I am doing really well, Psycho. Thank you for such a tremendous intro. Really, completely undeserving, but so appreciative of it. But yeah, we've got an interesting matchup with Motion and Ascension going head to head. I'm interested to see how this one's going to play out. Looking at some of the past data for these two teams, Motion does not have that good of a record against Ascension in the past. They're actually 1-9 against Ascension, and they're also coming off of a forfeit. So honestly, if I'm looking at this, Motion has got like nothing to lose, everything to gain in this type of matchup. And so I think I'm interested to see if they're gonna be able to pull it out, or has fate kind of already been foretold just from looking at some of these stat sheets here.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree. Historically, Motion is not very good against Ascension. However, it's worth noting, that's over the course of several seasons with several different rosters and such. So, you never know. This could be the roster that is able to put a smackdown on Ascension. Excuse me, I've gotten some burps. But as we've seen so far, yeah, they haven't had a good look. And Motion's only played one game so far this season, and it was an FF loss to him. So that's also, unfortunate for him. Ascension getting a win in Game 5 on Wednesday against their opponents. Looking pretty good for them. Rockerman, Merely, Jaegers, and Daydream. Some people think it might be a dream team, but looks like Motion is finally here in the lobby. I think that they're interested in shutting them down. Though I'd like to point out I don't see Stevie Fades in the lobby, which I don't know. It might be a mistake.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. I think that as we've got all the players in here, we should be able to get things kicked off here in a little bit. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think most definitely. I'm sure they are ready to get on the field and get this underway, as I'm sure everybody at home is as well. And we will do just that in this Game 5 series, Ascension versus Motion. Ascension rocking with Rockerman, Merely, and Jaegers. Motion, they've got Wolfie, Freak Mighty, and Big C-Dubs. And Big C-Dubs is been around for a couple of seasons, and he's worked his way up from the Novice League. He has successfully made a name for himself here. So we'll see how he fares here tonight against Rockerman and Ascension, as Big C-Dubs in the backfield gets it past one, tries to get it past Rockerman, but Rockerman tips the ball. Jaeger is able to get it cleared out to the mid. Freak Mighty keeping the pressure alive for Motion. Wolfie with the bump on Jaegers, but nobody from Motion there to take advantage. Rockerman missing his touch to get the redirect in. Jaegers getting a shot, but Freak Mighty gonna send it away. Merely is up, gets the touch that he needs in his defensive zone. Rockerman to send it down. Wolfie is there in the corner, but Jaegers keeps the pressure alive. Jaegers still out of the corner, missing his touch. Freak Mighty sends it up for Wolfie. Merely is trying to be annoying to the defense. Merely sending it across, can't find the angle. Rockerman keeping it alive. Wolfie off the backboard. This could be dangerous for Motion. Jaegers is there, but he can't get it through. Big C-Dubs merely there to clean it up. And finally, after several attempts, Ascension is able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, honestly, they were all over the offensive side of things on that push, and he just gets the pass up, and finally something breaks. I think the team is probably still getting a little warm, maybe, trying to get, used to the other team out on the field, because I've definitely seen some plays that could have gone with just a couple of slight adjustments. So we'll see if how things continue moving forward as Ascension has a 1-goal lead.
And Motion is doing everything in their power right now to get back in this game and get it tied up. Rockerman playing forward, gets the 50. Big C-Dubs gets it past 1, but Rockerman's there again in the midfield. Rockerman with the big demo, but Jaeger's going to miss his touch. Merely with the demo as well, trying to send it out. Rockerman finds Rockerman in the midfield, but Wolfie with the big save on the goal line. Merely gets it up past 1. Merely looking for the double. Jaeger's getting in there and finding a shot, but can't get it through Motion's defense. Rockerman going for a doozy. Can't find the ball. Jaegers and him going to pinch it out of the corner. Merely sending it up, but Freak Mighty gets a touch to send it all the way across to the other side. Merely bounces it off, finding it in the mid. Freak Mighty to send it away. Rockerman keeping the pressure up for Ascension. Wolfie sends it out as we are halfway now through game number 1. Ascension still up by 1 here, Jeff. Motion still not really able to get out of their defensive zone so far.
Yeah, honestly, Ascension has done a tremendous job holding Motion on their own side of the field. But so far, even though they've been, right as I say it, of course they're going to score as Jaeger puts this one in top shelf right underneath.
And Jaeger's been trying all game long. Finally, after 4 shots, he's able to find the back of the net and take the lead to 2 for Ascension. 2 minutes left on the clock. Freak Mighty with the touch, but can't follow it. Merely to take it away from him. Sending it out to Jaegers. Jaegers up to the corner. Big C-Dubs with the clear. Sends it into Ascension's corner. Rockerman gets dunked by C-Dubs. Wolfie can't find the back of the net. Freak Mighty's shot also going to go wide. Rockerman sending it up to Jaegers. Jaegers out of the corner. Jaegers is going to find the back of the net again. And now he's got 2 to his name.
The booming clear from Rockerman there sets up Jaegers in the corner perfectly. You see Wolfie trying to get back, but couldn't quite do it. Motion have really struggled to find a strong offensive push against Ascension in this game 1. And I don't know, looking at it right now, they've got to start speeding up and start getting more confident because they're just getting torn apart on the field out here right now.
Yeah, Jaegers and Rockerman just can't be stopped. They are on fire. Jaegers with a beautiful pass. Rockerman in the mid just waiting and ready for it. 4-0. Ascension is absolutely suffocating Motion. And, I mean, I think that you were right, Jeff, whenever you brought up that, they got a 9-1 historical record. And Ascension not interested in that changing at all.
Yeah. So I mean, you even see I even think really that this game could have gone even more heavily towards Ascension. There was a couple of times where I've seen Ascension was just slightly off on their rotation or their pushes. They've been playing very physical this whole time. Demos getting way up close and personal, even some bumping plays. Ascension have been really I think they've got their game plan of how they're going to try to play this, and that is a very physical type of gameplay. And you see Merely kind of popping off here with a freestyle, doesn't able to connect, but I think Ascension have their game plan already in motion and in motion, funny, but Motion really need to try to get theirs working and see what's gonna change something up, because so far no score. They got 35 seconds left on the clock. I really just think this one's gonna go to Ascension. They're gonna have to try to make something happen in game number 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't not disagree with that at all. Jaegers is gonna find yet another goal, but it's not other than stat padding, not much gonna matter. Rockerman with a good pass, getting it to Jaegers there. And yeah, like you said, Motion just pretty much needs to put game number 1 behind them. Look forward to game number 2. Look forward to changing what they need to change. and getting out of their defensive zone, not letting Ascension just absolutely suffocate them in game number 2.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go down as a team that just gets absolutely like shut out, and then you can't find anything to respond. It does a whole lot to the morale of the team. But definitely going into game number 2, we'll see if Motion has what it takes to kind of dig down, figure out what they can change against Ascension, because Ascension came out strong, really strong in game number 1. I felt like it could have been stronger, so if Ascension kind of even work out some more bugs, I mean, they're minor bugs, but I feel like even if they work out even those, that it can be even more detrimental for Motion in the coming games as well.
That's very true. And there's a couple things I need to point out here. Jaegers is a move up from Prospect. Some people are a little bit, weary about how he's going to perform here in Challenger. 745 was his score. The hat trick, 50% shot accuracy, 2 assists and a save to boot. This man popped off, and I think he's gonna make prove a lot of something to a lot of people this season. But I don't know. Motion, I'm interested to see how they move forward here, Jeff. I'm interested to see if they can adapt to Ascension. The Jaegers, Merely, and Rockerman are all friends. Like, they play together regularly. Yeah. So the chemistry is sickening, as you saw. They just couldn't miss each other's passes.
Yep. So we'll see what this game number 2 has in store already. Motion trying to start off. They're on Ascension side of the field, but looking for a couple of clears, and it's already going to be cleared away, and already Motion kind of floundering around a little bit, but it's going to pop back.
Big C-Dubs in the midfield. Going to try and start a little bit early with Motion's offense here. Trying to attempt to not get completely shut out as they did in game number 1. Wolfie not able to beat Jaegers. Merely coming in. His shot's going to get deflected wide. Ball gets sent back. Wolfie might have a shot, but Merely gets there in time to 50. Freak Mighty trying to get it through. He gets a touch on it, but it's not good enough as Jaegers in the midfield not able to get it through Wolfie. Rockerman going to keep the offense running. Freak Mighty takes it away from him, but Merely immediately steals it back. Wolfie with the clear. Wolfie gets it past 1. He's able to get it through Jaegers, but Rockerman going to come in to save the day. Get that ball cleared out. Freak Mighty with the touch. Sends it down. Rockerman sends him away. The ball's deflected. Jaegers not able to find the touch he's looking for. Merely almost own goaling it, but it does go out, luckily for him. And the scoreline stays at 0 here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, Jeff Masters. We are definitely seeing a different Motion here. They are not getting completely shut out, though. They still have yet to find a goal.
Yeah, they've been trying. They've been pushing hard. They've definitely managed to get the ball off of their side of the field more quickly, more efficiently. I even see Wolfie out there going for some demo plays. He got a double demo earlier, but so far it has not been enough. They're still under attack from Ascension, but they've managed to hold their own pretty well so far. And as long as you can, mix it up, not always stay on your side of the field. If you can get over, get a couple of shots on net. Wolfie's trying to set up a demo here, Merely getting the save over to the corner. Such a close call for Motion, but still nothing has fallen for them yet. But this is definitely showing me that Motion can still try to change it up a little bit, and they are not, like you said earlier, going to get completely shut out in this game number 2. We're almost all the way at the halfway point, and no score yet from either side.
And not only are they not going to get shut out, but it looks like they're actually starting to change the tempo of the game into their favor, the tempo of the match, as they seem to be taking more and more control. They now are above Ascension in the shot department, and Ascension seems to be being forced to play more defense now than they were forced to play in game number 1. Freak Mighty forcing the double, and Wolfie getting it back in front. Rockerman, though, staying strong on the defensive zone. Big C-Dubs pops it up to the mid. Jaegers gets the touch to send it away. Freak Mighty leaves the ball. Big C-Dubs takes it. Rockerman with the save. Sends it up. Freak Mighty's there in the mid. Jaegers missing his touch off the sidewall. Freak Mighty going to get bumped by Rockerman. Not able to follow the ball. Merely with the shot on net and nobody back for Motion. Ascension gonna take the lead here in game number 2.
It was just an awkward spot. It was big C-dubs. Like, he didn't know, should he cut across? Should he drop back to the goal? He had somebody else dropping back, but nobody was really there in the correct position. And even after so much pressure that Motion were putting on net, still Ascension holding true and not letting them score, and they've gone up by 1 goal. As already they get a clear down towards the other side, and it's saved away by Merely. Motion has had so many close calls on the net. I'm really surprised one hasn't fallen yet, but so far, Ascension continuing to stretch out their lead even further.
Yeah, Merely and Rockerman have just been absolute brick walls here in game number 2 against Motion, having successfully deflecting 4 of the 7 shots that Motion's thrown at them, and not allowing any goals. It's pretty impressive. And you know, and then all it takes is just a little bit of a counterattack there, catching the Motion slipping and overcommitting just a little bit, and it's resulted in 2 goals for him. And it's gonna result in a 3rd. Rockerman coming in with the Ford F-150, pounding it away. 3-goal lead over Motion now.
Big C-dubs went up for that one, just realized he was too far underneath the ball, and perhaps I spoke a little too soon about Motion getting shut out, because there's a minute left on the clock, and they still have yet to score, although this might be an opportunity saved away by Jaegers. But honestly, I'm surprised it's gone this way so quickly. It's like as soon as the first goal fell, everything started tumbling after that like dominoes, and Motion really got to dig deep now, because the 3, well, honestly, I don't even know. It's possible, I guess, that they could come back within 30 seconds, but it's unlikely. And so that means they're going to be looking at game number 3, which is going to be match point, right? Because they're best of 5s. So, oof, that's just not a spot that you want to be in for any type of team. And especially against one that's playing as strongly as Ascension is right now.
Yeah, I fully agree. And, you know, but Motion is looking to be in the exact same position that Lightspeed was in just not too long ago here tonight, as a rival took them to a 2-0 space and then were able to secure the sweep. Now Ascension looking to do the exact same thing to Motion, merely putting his team on his back there, making some big plays in game number 2. Coming out the MVP, well-deserved. Motion, though, I got to say, Jeff, they played a lot better. And if they can build on what they built on, if they can continue to build on what they built there in game number 2, I think it's very possible that they can switch things around and possibly even pull a reverse sweep here on Ascension.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was seeing a totally different Motion out there on the field. It's just towards the end that things started to break down, but Wolfie was doing a really good job kind of messing up the defensive rotations of Ascension. He was getting those demo plays, getting those bumps. They had some shots, but really just Ascension was not allowing anything into the line. But perhaps it just takes a little bit more hammering to get that brick wall to fall down. I don't know, but it's game 3. This is match point we're looking at for Ascension, and Motion are definitely not trying to get swept here tonight. So we'll see if they can crank it up to 11 in game number 3.
And they're going to have to. It's time. Now is the time. Go big or go home, Motion. This is it. You got to get it done. And we're going to get into the kickoff here. Freak Mighty and Merely. It's going to go in favor of Ascension. Jaegers trying to take his time here, but Wolfie going to tip the ball, bounce it across. Merely looking for the angle, but Big C-Dubs finds the save. Rockerman bouncing it out of the corner. Wolfie's got time. Gets it past 1, but Jaeger's going to take it away from him. Jaeger's going to stick with it. Big C-Dubs awkward, and it almost goes in. Motion getting extremely lucky there as Ascension fumbles the bag, Jeff.
Honestly, everybody was looking so awkward, and somehow they've managed out of that awkwardness to take it all the way down here to Ascension side of the field. But if you're Motion right now, oof, things are looking a little sketchy on the defensive side of things. I don't know if they're rushing now out of panic, but a lot of whiff shots that I don't think we were exactly seeing in game 1 or game 2 already early on, and it's only been a minute of gameplay. So perhaps it's the pressure that match point is on the line, and there's also the potential of a sweep that's getting to their brains. I don't know exactly what it is because I'm not inside of their heads, but I could bet that that has a strong pull on them right now. So they're going to have to adapt to that pressure because Ascension are coming at them swinging just like they have in all the other games prior.
Yeah, I would say this is definitely the most pressure that they felt out of any of the games so far. This is the one that they need to win the most. Without winning this, you can't win 4 and you can't win 5. So it's now or never, and merely says it's going to be never with the clanger from the outside taking the lead for Ascension.
Yeah, and you see Rockerman there even securing that shot even further, just going for the physical play there. Merely set it down in on target, and then Rockerman just wanted to get that extra bump just to make sure that it fell in. So Ascension have a 1-goal lead. We'll see if Motion can kind of do anything to retaliate. They've got an opening, but Jaeger saves it away. Again, this Ascension defense done a fantastic job defending against all of Motion's shots. So trying to get something rolling, but so far nothing yet. 3 minutes left on the clock.
Ascension looking like they've got the smell of blood. Rockerman sending it down to Jaegers. Jaegers not able to get it through the defender. Freak Mighty staying strong. Wants to keep the deficit to 1. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for Motion to make a comeback. They need to get a goal as soon as possible. That way they can possibly start to turn over momentum in their favor. Wolfie's gonna do just that. He bodies the ball through the defense.
Oh man, you get Freak Mighty right here. He catches 2 on the back wall, and then no one's down in the bottom. Wolfie gets a good double touch and sends it into the back, scores the equalizer. 2:26 left on the clock, and Motion have found a way to stay in this, and they might get a breakaway here with a second one, and he gets the dunk!
He gets it, merely can't get it out. Try as he might. Freak Mighty just able to read that touch too good, and he takes the lead. 2:23. There's 2 goals for Motion within a matter of seconds. And they take the lead. Big C-Dub sends it away. Rockerman in the midfield gonna make the block. Merely gets it past one in the mid. Trying to get the fake, gets it through Freak Mighty to the mid. Jaegers is there. He finds the pass and he ties the score. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left.
Honestly, that touch from Freak Mighty off the back wall didn't help that out. It ended up passing it out towards the center, and then it was just a 50-50 goal that went Ascension's way. So now Motion, their lead is non-existent. It's 2-2. You still got time. I say if you're Motion, you just got to focus up a little bit. You guys clearly have showed that you can score, and that you know that you guys, Freak Mighty at least, was reading pretty well Ascension. So all they've got to do is kind of just focus up a bit and try to get that lead back, because they clearly can do it. But if they're stuck on their defensive side for too long, it has been proven that Motion just kind of cracks with enough time. So they've got to try and get the ball off of their side of the field as quickly as possible.
Yes, they do, and Merely, oh my God! Merely is a monster. He comes off the back wall and finds an impossible angle.
Oh my God. I didn't see the angle that he had when I watched it, and then looking at that from his perspective, off the back wall, getting it off the tires, like jumping off the wall, then sending it back into the goal. What an angle, honestly. And that right there is something fantastic to see, and Ascension kind of showing off a little bit what their team can really do. So 1:15 left on the clock. Motion have got to score a goal to try to stay in this best of 5. Otherwise, they're going to be going home with another loss, and they're going to be looking at an 0-2 record for the start of Season 7. Not exactly where you want to be if you're Motion.
Yeah, most definitely not. And Merely is just went completely demon mode. I think it looked like he got 2 back-to-back demos in quick succession and going for another bump play there, but nothing going to come from it. Jaeger's getting a bump in the midfield, merely sending it to the side, gets a second touch. He's following it. He's got blood. He wants to spill it. Rocker Man trying to get the double, but he can't find it. The ball gets cleared out. Jaegers gets demoed by Freak Mighty. Freak trying to find another goal. Big C-Dub's gonna find it though, puts it in, and a good counter play from Motion.
They see Freak, he was trying to get that 50. He ends up getting it to stay close enough for Big C-Dubs to pop it right in the top side of that goal, tying it back up. Motion not going down without a fight here in game number 3. Can they hold it out with 20 seconds left and a good pass up to Freak Mighty? Can't make a connection though. Might have been a blown opportunity there. We'll see how it plays out as time continues. Ascension back on the attack in the last few seconds of game number 3. We might be going into overtime if Motion can hold it out.
Rocker Man with the final pot shot there, just to see if Motion makes a mistake. And the ball still is up, but Rocker Man gonna put it down, and we've got overtime in game number 3. And this is a big moment for Motion. Lose and go home, win and force the game 4. Merely pops it up. Jaegers is there for the touch though. Put it to the corner. And Rocker Man with the clear. Freak Mighty there. He finds the dunk, but it's not an accurate shot. Wolfie pops it up. Wolfie's there. He gets it to the defender. But Jaegers with a huge save keeps it out. Merely missing the touch. This could be dangerous, but Jaegers is there to help him out. Jaegers trying to get the flick, but it goes wide. Rocker Man is there, pops it up to the mid, merely sends it down. Rocker Man turns on it, but Wolfie is there, pops it to the mid. Jaegers might have a look on net. He does, and he finds the back of it, knifes out the defender, and takes home the dub for Ascension here tonight.
Oh, what a transition. To honestly go from their side of the field, that ball was 3/4 in on their goal, get it saved, get it down the other direction, and set up a pass and a shot like that to win it out, getting the sweep. My gosh, good gameplay from Ascension. I really can't find too many things to nitpick about how Ascension played out on the field. They were just stellar through and through. The passing plays by Rockerman, Mueller especially even coming in. Well, I mean, really everybody on the team was popping off in their own type of way. And it showed as they 3-0'd Motion in their second game. And man, oh my gosh, what a series.
What a series indeed, and what a night for the Evolution org, going 2-0 against their opponents. Hats off to them. Great showing from Ascension, great showing from Arrival. Motion not able to pick up the pieces there, almost pulling it out, just kind of like very similar to Lightspeed. I gotta say, it's like they were putting up a good fight, but it just wasn't enough, and both times they were put into the dirt. But yeah, that was regardless of being sweeps, I would say that both of those teams really did put up a good fight tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, I honestly, Motion, they dug down. There was a couple of times in that third game where, you know, it was do or die, and they had to do something to change it. And they somehow managed to get it all the way into overtime. I think they had to come up from a 3-goal deficit or 2-goal deficit. It was one of the two. I can't remember, but they did make a comeback. Unfortunately, it just, you can't even really be mad at Motion for the effort that they put in. That shot, just, I didn't think it was going to get saved, honestly. I thought Motion was going to take home that shot, and it was just saved out. I mean, there's 3/4 in. It was so close, and sometimes that's just how Rocket League plays, man. You get these incredible saves, and it just was right there, but just not attainable for Motion tonight.
Yeah, that's you speak straight facts, my friend. Sometimes that is just the way that it goes, and that's Rocket League, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show tonight. We appreciate everybody who came out and supported us here tonight. Jeff, I appreciate you spending some time over here with me in the Nemesis booth. It has been a pleasure, and I look forward to sharing some time with you more in the future.
The same thing for you, sure. Always a pleasure casting with you, and interested to see how more matchups go as start getting more into the casting scene for Nemesis as well. And surely can only be nothing but good from here.
Most definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for us here tonight at SNRL. Join us again on Monday. We'll be back at the normal time for 3 more matches, and then Wednesday again next week, and then of course next week, Saturday Night Rocket League for week 2. But for now, take it easy. Have a good night. Thank you for showing up here tonight, and we'll see you Monday.